Welcome to PHP Podcast. I'm Mike.
And this is Orlando, and we're here for another Monday Minisode.
Yeah, Monday Minis. Monday Minis are where we get to talk about something, kind of focus in for a short amount of time. These typically last around 10 minutes or so. So if you are just finding us right now, we do have a podcast. We are Peer Hustle Podcast, and we have a long hour-long episode that releases every Wednesday on YouTube and wherever you fill your ear holes with podcasts. So whatever podcast platform you use, we're on there. And we get to talk about all kinds of stuff reselling related. But today we're talking about the summer and what that means as a reseller. We've got a lot of episodes where we talk about summer slowdown and all those things, but we're really going to talk about what do we do now that it's summer? What should we do? And before you even watch this, give a like, and in the comments below, let us know, what are your plans for reselling in the summer? What have been your experience in the past on summer reselling? And we'd love to read those.
Yeah. So starting right away, one of the things I think all resellers need to do in the summer is list more than ever before. Now, this is going to sound contrary because a lot of you are going to want to go on vacation. And I do think you should go on vacation. We'll talk about that. But summer slowdown can be a real thing. I have not experienced a summer slowdown in my entire time reselling. There's many resellers that haven't either. But I've also had to work really hard. So I've had to double my work. Now, there's two reasons why you should list like never before in the summer. Number one is you want to be more active than ever on eBay because since things are slowing down, you want to have more merch out there for people to buy. And so therefore you open yourself up to having more sales, right? So you don't want to do the same old, because if things are dying out, you want to keep things going. The other one is this gives you an opportunity to prepare for Q4. So maybe not everything that you list will sell during the summer, but not guaranteed, but chances are they're more likely going to sell in Q4. So you'll have a pretty robust store going into Q4, and you're going to help bring in more sales during a time of slowdown in the summer.
Yeah, so you're kind of setting yourself up, prepping for the time when you're going to be really busy Q4. You've already got that inventory listed, and like you said, it helps to trigger the algorithm, and there's definitely something to be said for that. I took a couple of weeks where I wasn't listing as much as I would have liked to, and then I'm like, all right, I really need to list this week. And so the day that I listed like 20 things, I instantly started getting sales after having a very slow couple of weeks. My store inventory went up by like 2%, but my sales went up by like 15-20%. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely something to be said. I think most people have experienced that. The more you list, the more you are going to make for multiple reasons. And one of those being the algorithm.
Yeah. And also now's the time to run sales and send coupons. Now you may be already doing this, but maybe it's time to have a bigger sale, have a larger sale, right? Because if retail is dead, what's going to hook people to buy your items? Well, they're going to be looking for deals. And I would say of all summers, this is going to be more of the summer to do that, being that, we're entering possibly a recession. Money is tight. People may not be going on vacation. So maybe they're going to be going online, and maybe they want to have some retail therapy. And so if you're able to run more sales, if you have coupons that you could offer, this may keep your store afloat and keep it, the same amount of sales that you would have had if things were moving forward.
Yeah. And the next thing is one of my favorite things, and that's organizing. Now, I love organizing for several reasons. One of the reasons is it really does just clear your mind, right? When you have a clear workspace, you've got things are working well. You're going to be more efficient. You're going to sleep better. You're going to feel better. You're going to be able to, in your workspace, just have a sense of, okay, things are where they need to be. I can find things. You're not wasting time. And you might be experiencing summer slowdown. Although Orlando says he doesn't experience it, he also at the same time says he has to work harder to make the same amount of money. 100%. So sales do slow down. So if you're experiencing that, you're like, man, I normally ship for a couple hours a week and I'm only shipping 1 hour a week now. What are you going to do with that extra hour? Well, you can watch Netflix and catch up on another, mind-wasting show, or you can go out and you can make sure your inventory is in the right spot. You can organize things. You can maybe get some of your bookkeeping done. And that's going to free up time because it's going to get busy again. It's funny how we go in these cycles and we often forget, we get into a phase of things are a little bit lighter. So we take it easy. And then all of a sudden things get busy and it's like, I have no time to do the bookkeeping that I should have maybe done when things were easier. So use this time now, organize, get ahead, because then when Q4 hits, you're in a good place. You've set yourself up, and just moving around in your workspace is going to be much more enjoyable.
Agreed. And since things may slow down, or they may not slow down, but if they do, this also gives the opportunity to experiment. And what I mean by that is maybe learn a new niche or maybe, or niche. I know people already have commented on that, but I just throw that out there. Or, you haven't sold on Amazon before and you want to be able to be ready for Q4 on Amazon. So maybe now is the time, right? That things have slowed down. And so maybe you develop all these skills in the summer. You understand how to read a Keepa chart, which helps with Amazon. You're able to use different apps to help your business grow. And so even bookkeeping, now is the time to experiment, especially those of you that were on GoDaddy,
Rip.
Yep. Now is the time to switch over your bookkeeping because you have no option and to be ready for Q4. So definitely is the time to experiment in the summer because you have that extra time and it gets you ready for Q4.
Yeah, learning new things is definitely very useful. It's an important thing to do. And then our last thing, which honestly is also one of my favorite things, is take a break. I'm a firm believer that taking a little bit of time to decompress, to reflect, to relax, to get your mind off of things actually allows you to come back and be more productive. I think it's important to kind of keep forward momentum. So there's a little bit of opposing views here that you got to keep going. The forward momentum is crucial. But there's also comes a point in time where you just need a break. I mean, the same is true with anything. If you're not sleeping enough, if you're working too hard, think about people who, diet really hard or do a lot of fitness things. Eventually they got to take a few days, a week, some time to slow down, maybe do half the amount they were doing before. And then you actually come back and you're way more productive. What people don't realize is you oftentimes are running at 60% capacity, 70% capacity, but you've done it for so long that it feels like this is just normal. But then after you have 3 to 4 nights of good sleep, and maybe you got your mind away from your business and all of those things for a couple of days, you come back and you realize, man, I've got so much more energy. I'm so much more focused. I'm running at 100% capacity. So there's that mindset of, I just got to work harder, but sometimes it's better to work smarter, and taking strategic breaks is crucial for that. And you probably don't want to take a break during the height of Q4. Now, maybe that's when it works out for you, but you're going to be better off if it's going to slow down. If you're like, I don't need this income, I'm going to be able to pay my bills if my store takes a 40% drop and I don't want to work any harder, maybe this is the time to say, okay, well, it's already dropping, so I'm going to ease up a little bit now. So that way, when things do speed up, I'm running at 100% capacity.
Yeah, agreed. So, it's summer, plenty of opportunity to, get out there, whether it be you list more, you source more, you organize, you make those sales, you experiment.
Or go to the beach.
And by the way, too, another opportunity is to join us on Discord. If you haven't yet, go to patreon.com/PureSoulPodcast. You can sign up there for $5.55 a month. That's 18.5 cents a day. And by the way, we didn't make this episode to just throw that out there, but thought, why not? Stay connected throughout the summer. And anyways, make this summer work for you. You can make it profitable and you could also make it relaxing. And with that being said, make sure to be real,
be relevant,
and be reselling. Late.
Peace.